There is just 13 days now until the start of the transfer window, and the club are wasting absolutely no time at all with getting things done this summer. In today's video, we'll discuss the latest news of who has left the club, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news for the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Todd Cantwell has already established himself as a fan favourite at Rangers for his performances on the pitch since arriving at Ibrox. But he's still pleasing supporters during his summer break as he was hailed for sharing a short clip, singing along to Simply the Best while in London. The midfielder who joined from Norwich in January is in London taking time out after the end of the season. And while Cantwell enjoyed time away from the pitch, he continued his love affair with Rangers as he sang along to Simply the Best at a venue. Cantwell shared a clip on his Instagram account singing along to the Ibrox fan favourite tune by late Tina Turner. In the video, Cantwell shouts "Up the Rangers" in between singing along, while a pal adds "We are the people." Rangers supporters loved the clip, with one commenting "Some lad," another remarked the social media "the man." Just a quick one guys, we have got Rangers t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Anyway, let's get back into today's video. Rangers have confirmed another boardroom exit with finance director Kenneth Barclay leaving the football club. The Scottish Giants are reshaping their boardroom structure this summer, with a huge number of personnel changes taking place behind the scenes. Barclay is the latest to leave Ibrox, with a Companies House submission filed on Friday confirming his exit. It was reported in May that Barclay was on the verge of leaving Rangers, and Rangers' submission now confirms that this employment has been terminated. It adds to a lengthy list of staff members to have left Rangers this summer after the club fell short in their title challenge against arch-rival Celtic. Chairman Douglas Park stepped down in April after 3 years in the role, while sporting director Ross Wilson also departed the club to join Premier League survivors Nottingham Forest. Rangers are also set for a change at CEO, with Stuart Robertson leaving the club at the end of the season and is replaced by James Bisgrove. Barclay served Rangers as a finance director after being appointed to the board in December 2021. He worked alongside Andrew Dixon, who also left the club in May, having worked under the club's financial branch. Rangers have already begun the recruitment process for a new chief financial officer who will report to Bisgrove as CEO. Rangers reached a club best turnover of £86.2 million in their latest accounts release, and will hope that a new-look finance team can continue to grow the commercial department after a record commercial revenue of £28.4 million was announced. It was an emotional end to the season for Rangers fans as some key performers over recent seasons departed the club, with manager Michael Beale beginning to stamp his authority on this Ibrox side. Alfredo Morelos, Ryan Kent, Scott Arfield, Felipe Holanda and veteran goalkeeper Alan McGregor all called time on their Rangers careers as they headed for Pastors New on the final day of the Scottish Premiership season. A new look side is expected for the beginning of the new campaign, and Rangers have already confirmed 2 new signings, with defender Dujon Sterling and former Norwich midfielder Kieran Dow penning deals. Despite Rangers having already confirmed their list of departures, there are still a number of players who have doubts surrounding their futures at the club heading into a summer of uncertainty. In this part of the video, we're going to take a look at 6 players who could still exit the club either on a permanent or loan deals this transfer window. Stephen Davis. Rangers confirmed that they would keep veteran midfielder Stephen Davis on their books while he continues his recovery from a long-term ACL injury sustained in December 2022. A club statement said Stephen Davis, whose contract is also expiring, remains in discussion to continue working with the club's medical team to support its return to full fitness following a long-term ACL injury suffered in December 2022. The Northern Irish international is now out of contract at Ibrox, and at the age of 38, it looks highly unlikely that he'll pen a new deal with the club. It is understood, however, that Rangers are keen to give the Ibrox Hall of Famer the best chance possible to fight for a contract, and that is why he will remain at the club to receive treatment. It remains to be seen if he will call time on his career, but he has certainly been a fine servant for Rangers, making over 350 appearances for the club. Glenn Kamara. Michael Beale has all but confirmed that Kamara will be departing the club this summer. The midfielder was a regular during Beale's first few games in charge, but he has hardly kicked a ball since, and he was also out of favour under Giovanni Van Bronckhorst before he was sacked. Kamara was linked with Nantes and Salernitana this season, and he has also nearly joined Nice last summer, so it's likely that the Finnish international player of the year may have played his last game in Glasgow. Rangers will be aiming to get a substantial transfer fee for Kamara, as he still has 2 years left on his Ibrox deal. He was brought to the club for £50,000 as he moved to Rangers from Dundee, so there should be plenty of profit heading our way. Scott Wright. The former Aberdeen midfielder still has 2 years left on his current Rangers deal, and with game time limited last term, the club will likely try and ship him out this summer. A loan deal could be suitable for Wright, as he might look for a permanent switch to another club in the Scottish Premiership or down in the Championship with England. Rangers signed attacker Wright from Aberdeen in 2021, but since his switch, he's been a bit part player under Giovanni Van Bronckhorst and now Michael Beale. The 25-year-old will have a decision to make on whether he would rather remain at Rangers on the fringes or move elsewhere to play first-team football. Borna Barisic. The Croatian defender has constantly been linked with moves away from Ibrox during his 5-year spell with the club, and the rumours continue to swirl heading into this summer window. Beale has given Ridvan Yilmaz a run in the Gers team in the closing stages of the season, and that might be a sign that Barisic could be on his way out of the club. Rangers signed Yilmaz in a £3.4 million deal that rose to £5 million, and they have also been linked with moves for Lassuana left-back Archie Brown and Southampton full-back Thierry Small. This shows that the club feel that investment is needed in this department. John McLaughlin. With Alan McGregor calling his time on his illustrious career at Rangers, some suggested that John McLaughlin may be given the nod to become the new number one. Instead, that role appears to have been passed to youngster Robbie McCrory, who has started 4 of Rangers' 5 post-split Premiership matches, as manager Michael Beale gave the 25-year-old the opportunity to prove he can become a long-term successor. Jack Butland is also widely expected to be brought into Ibrox this summer, which paints a grim picture for McLaughlin moving forward. The Scotland international has 1 year left on his current deal, so he could be in line for a transfer out of the club, or even on a loan deal. On the other hand, Champions League ruling means Rangers may need at least 3 goalkeepers across 2 squad lists that they may submit to UEFA ahead of the competition starting. The Light Blues are heading into that qualification round of the tournament, but that conundrum could well pave the way for McLaughlin to stay at Ibrox and see out his contract. Rabbi Matondo. Some had Rabbi Matondo's Rangers career written off heading into the final few games of the season, but the winger has since shown his spark in the post-split fixtures. The frontman has looked sharp, pacey, and has been playing like he has a point to prove. It remains to be seen if the £3 million former Schalke man can act as a replacement for the departing Ryan Kent, but a run at games could maybe just give him the confidence needed to kick on. At 22, the Welsh international still has age on his side, and that will likely result in Rangers boss giving him more of a chance going forward. Rangers fans, what do you make of these 6 players that could leave, and are you opposed to any of them leaving the football club this summer? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. Please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, we do have Rangers t-shirts available on our website, so please do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Thank you. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.